Hey, if you enjoy my content, please consider picking up a copy of my latest spooky short novel, Megawatt versus the Vampires of the Sun. Available alongside another huge selection of family-friendly content at enterthelostlibrary.com. I guarantee we've got a good read for you. Hello, all you heroes for hire in Webtown, and welcome to the Purple Party here on Crypto Comics. This is Cage, issue number 1 from April of 1992. And I am very bemused to share this today. I didn't read this as a kid. This cover really intrigued me, but of course, like most of you, I had a limited allowance, and I'm not giving up Shadowhawk or Spider-Man or What If to take a chance on a new issue of Cage, who I really didn't know at this point in time because I had only begun collecting comics a couple years before this. But this looked really super cool, and I love the purple gloss, and it really pops. This really pops. And I want you to remember this cover as we journey through this comic. Just keep this cover in mind, because Marvel's hottest action hero has indeed returned in this first issue collector's item that is alleging to unleash the power. So just remember the cover and this first page. Okay?
Once there was a boy who grew up on the streets. Set forth on a hard road of trouble. He fought the streets and took control of his life, just in time to see it get destroyed. Framed for a crime he didn't commit, the boy went to prison and became a man before he grew up to become B.A. Baracus and join the A-Team.
Here the facts blur. There's 1,000 different stories about him, who he really was before that day. But one fact stands above the myths. Luke Cage does not exist. At Seagate Prison, he was doing hard time on a narcotics rap when he volunteered for the medical experiment that would change his life. It was a selfless act, bordering on suicidal, risking his life, everything for just the chance of an early parole. Then something went very wrong. For all intents and purposes, the man he was died that day. But from his ashes, Luke Cage was born. The Drowning Man, written by Mark McLaurin, penciled by Dwayne Turner, with inks by Christopher Ivey and colors by Mike Thomas. Okay, so cover, purple, beautiful. First page, beautiful green splash page. It's all downhill from here, boys. All downhill. The experiment had amazing side effects, giving him super strength, steel hard skin.
Just a minute. This paper hired Dakota North Investigations to dig up Cage's full story, not to give us this man who doesn't exist bull.
No offense, but I'm retained by the publisher, not the news editor. I've given a full report to Mr. Drewston. He cut it to this need-to-know version. The man is very protective about his past. To work with him, that's very need-to-know. Now to continue. Using his newfound powers, he adopted the identity Luke Cage after his escape from prison. In Harlem, New York, he set himself up as a freelance hero for hire, offering help to those who needed it and could pay. Eventually, he proved his innocence and cleared himself, but he still kept the name, even changing records with the legal assistance of Mr. Hogarth here. He buried his past. Cage, as Power Man, teamed with Iron Fist, and their Heroes for Hire Incorporated boomed, then crashed. Cage was jailed for the murder of Iron Fist, a setup with a worse stench than his first frame. He escaped, and the charges were later dropped, but by then, Cage had dropped out of sight. His closest friends weren't sure he was even alive.
Now he's finally come up for air, and that's where we come in, people.
Mr. Drewston, I didn't know you were monitoring.
Nor were you intended to, my dear. I wanted no distractions from this man's story, the man who's going to make this paper famous. Over the past few months, I've made certain this paper has it all. Annalisa Medina, Pulitzer Prize-winning reporter, as my top news editor. Jaren Hogarth, fresh from the defunct Heroes for Hire, as our legal counsel. And Mickey Hamilton, veteran photographer of, 4 wars?
2 wars, a conflict, and 2 operations. But who's counting?
You're the best of the best, people. Gathered to help relaunch this paper as a national. But one bit's still missing. A hook. New York's Daily Bugle fed their circulation with alternate attacks and appraisals of that spider chap. We need that kind of interest if we're to make it nationally. So there it is. We need Cage, and I want you to get him.
My info is he set up a new Heroes for Hire office here in Chicago. Looking to make a new start. Shouldn't be too hard to find. All we gotta do is look for trouble, and Cage will probably be up to his neck. Tuesday noon, downtown Chicago. Had to protect these strikers from muscle like you. Make sure there were no more accidents on the picket line. Knowing that, we could have done this smart or hard. Your choice. Your heads. But that was before y'all let this party turn into a full-scale riot. Now all the choices we got is whether you go back to your slime-tail boss Angel running or hobbling. Once there was a man who was hardened by prison. He learned to trust only himself and to fight for what he wanted. Given a chance at freedom, he took it and made a new life. He escaped the skeletons of the past, just in time for it all to come crashing down again.
Ain't no choices for you, punk. Know what I'm saying?
Choom, 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 choom. It's Chicago, after all. Maybe your boys ain't heard of me. If you had, you'd know I'm the original Mr. Bulletproof. Of course, that don't mean the suckers don't hurt. They do. Enough to really tick me off.
No! Hardcore! Don't throw that thing! I'll be electrocuted too! What?
His mouth bitter, his skin assaulted by a million razors. He recognizes the feel of a taser, but not its form. Taserized chains? This somebody's idea of a joke? Oh, X-Men cards. Nice. In other days, Cage would have had help. Someone to watch his back.
It came from that van.
Someone to make certain the bystanders are protected while he took out the main menace.
Time for the strike breakers to break. Go, go!
Or someone to take out the main menace while he was mired in bystanders. He's learned better than to think of other days. Instead of thinking, he leers. Choom! Don't tell me you boys are cutting before we been introduced. Name's Lucas, but you can call me Cage.
What are you, some kind of superhero?
Some used to call me that, but I always saw it different. I'm hot with my fists, boys, but I bust heads for the American dream.
That's right, Daddy. Luke Cage getting live in public for the American dream. A hero for hire, trying to go to the pay window tonight at Marvel Comics.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of buku bucks.
Not supposed to happen like this so soon, but take the wheel, Martin. But don't slow any. I think I'll oblige our guest. Time to begin Mr. Cage's higher education. And I am an excellent teacher. Harko, don't. Who's gonna drive?
Not these chains again. Where'd you get these things, surplus or something?
That thing is called a manrikisa, Mr. Cage. An Eastern fighting weapon adapted for modern warfare. I outfitted it with some internal tasers, and others with even better surprises, like explosives. Man, I told you, Holmes is nuts!
I don't know why the Irish guy sounds that way, but whatever. Oh, there he is. Roger Clemens, 1991 Cy Young Award winner. You know, can't beat it. Go Sox. Whatever.
Now don't you go trying to take it off there. You've a valuable lesson here. Learn from a master. A true master depends not on a single weapon alone, even if the weapon is himself. That's your problem, Cage. Too much emphasis on power. But what good is raw strength against water? You must be like water, my friend. Put water in a cup, it becomes the cup. Nothing in the world is weaker than water, yet it wears away the hard and strong. That's Tao.
So we have some sort of Caribbean islander who has gotten way into the art of Tao. Okay, that's great.
Ow! Mom! Stay still a sec. You are a stone relic, Cage. An eyesore the world has cast aside. Learn from this. Fashkoom! Stay down. Stay buried. 'Cause if you surface again, you'll be crushed. No! No! Hucko trashed him. Get out of here. No! The strikers hired me to stop you suckers. Consider yourself stopped. Don't nobody trash Luke Cage.
Wee, wee, wee.
Nobody.
About time I done my... He throws the manhole cover, hits him in the back. Which would probably paralyze them.
Nobody.
About time I done my part. Time to make the donuts.
Later. Thank you, Power Man, for all you've done for the Union. I want to shake your... Save it, man. It's what I do. It's what you paid me for. Anybody needs me? I got an office on the west side. And the name ain't Power Man. It's... Lucas, my boy. How have you been? Jared? Hogarth, representing the Chicago Spectator, with a deal. A mutually beneficial arrangement. I know you won't refuse. For old time's sake, eh? Put her there, and we can discuss the details. Don't make me repeat myself, Hogarth. You got a job, mostly legal, and good money. We can talk. But the handshake stuff is played. I'm a businessman. Let's talk business. Tuesday afternoon.
I don't like it. I'm supposed to be the news editor of this paper. I wish Drewston would let me do my job.
Yeah, the part that let you say no to Cage? Sorry, Anna. This is his call. He's the boss, and besides, he's right. This is great copy.
We'll see. Right now, Cage is too much a loose cannon for me to feel safe connecting him with the paper. This job will be a test. Let's just pray he doesn't get anyone killed.
Catch this, man. It's gonna be a show. Ha ha ha! Skoom!
Oakdale, just outside Chicago, the Angelopoulos estate.
So much for the estate, eh, Mr. Angelopoulos? But for these bits of your war toy collection, there goes your life.
Angel. Call me Angel. Everybody does.
Ain't nobody calling you nothing soon. I'm going to erase you from the face of the earth, sir. With you gone, your hoarding go to my boss, and you'll get a new life elsewhere. By sundown, you're dead. A country no man happy till he dies. There's Euripides. Tell me, Angel, you happy now?
Yes. Happy.
Unhappily dead you'll remain. Barring unforeseen complications.
The man behind the excitement this morning, Ideo Angelopoulos III, one of the most ruthless men in corporate America, an avid gun collector. Sources say his private arsenal's state-of-the-art deadly, and he's tied tightly to the Magia, with men at his disposal paid to die for him. That's what you're up against. Shall we go on?
Hey, beautiful, my time's paid for, with no promises.
Fine then. Dakota?
He was a major league strikebreaker in the 60s. His tactics set him well with company owners until he was connected enough to force a leveraged buyout. A decade later, he was president of Angel Co. Enterprises, fifth largest corporation in the country. He'd become American royalty, associating with the likes of Idi Amin, Bokassa. He fancied himself above the law, skirting government regulations, dealing arms and technology with banned countries. Then he dropped a bundle in Vegas, forcing him into bed with the Magia. They took most of his holdings. They bled millions, forcing Angel to cut safety corners, leading to injuries, a death, and a massive wildcat strike. Angel thought the old method still worked, but hadn't planned on you. Now it's a matter of time before the cops tie him to the violence.
But we don't think he'll wait. When the cops go after him, he has enough weaponry to ensure he won't be taken alive or go out alone. We want you to get him and hold him. You're the only one who can. A hand seals the deal. Shake on it. Dakota, sorry, but you wanted to know if there was any change in surveillance. Angel's bolting to his airstrip with one other subject. No ID on the companion. This is it. I've got a copter on the roof, geared to go. But we gotta go now, man.
Yeah? Well, there's one thing I gotta know now too, beautiful. What's in all this for you, besides a satisfied sense of civic responsibility?
We want the story. Mickey to company you for pictures. Reports on your actions this morning sold out our early editions. More of the same would help certain plans for expansion.
Hen. Ha ha! Solid. We're in it for the bucks. I like things clean like that. But keep your handshake. Just had a check ready when I get back. Here we go. We're gonna take a helicopter. We're gonna fly. We're gonna fight the Purple Man, who ain't even the Purple Man. He's gonna swing his chain and bring down our helicopter. We're gonna have to run through the jungle.
This is the villain.
Can you believe this garbage? Yeah, you wondering why Cage ran for 20 issues? What a great start, right? We'll have this throwaway character. This could be cool on someone who wasn't wearing this purple bodysuit, you know? And I like purple, obviously. But this is just too much for me. We got another Choom. We got a Shook.
Electrifying me! Damn!
You're a fool, Cage. So used to your invulnerability, it made you weak and stupid. Can see there's no such a thing as invulnerability to modern technology. And Power Man's not so powerful against something he can't touch, eh?
Don't call me that. I'm Cage. And your dog food. Psh, whacked. Now, hothead, I'm on a Angel. Oh, man, you boys are really getting on my nerves. Hang out, Cage. I got him. Ooh, Mickey. Choo.
Your attention is needed over here, Mr. Cage. Ha! I'm gonna swing my chain again, man. Here it comes, getting ready. The G's still filled with explosives. Prizes of Angel's collection. With the incendiaries in this man Rikisa. Should make a lovely barbecue, you know. A simple choice for a simple mind. Me or them.
Thanks for the choice, Skinny. But let's see how threatening you are sitting on your butt.
In a confrontation of strategy against instinct, knowledge against feeling, Cage has but one advantage.
Ha ha, you trip me up from there. This is asphalt, not carpeting. But since you made your choice, I'll cut my losses. Chunk! No! You intercepted! You idiot! I'll explode!
He's a creature of pure instinct. Someone else might have anticipated the explosive inferno the falling airborne explosives could unleash from the lethal payload around him. And in anticipating, hesitate. And in hesitating, fail. But Cage is a man of pure instinct and action. And given the chance, he'd have done it again. Fee, choom. What? That's it. Check out the show. Las estás. You dope Jenna gas pedal. Bella time for me too. February coolometer 92. Let's see what's cool right now. Let's see, this is April, so yeah, February 92. Gene Roddenberry. Cool. Night After Night. I think it's maybe a movie. Cool. Freed Hostages. Lumpy Adams. Fashion Statements. Magic Johnson. Holograms on Covers. Fred McMurray. Movies in IMAX. Spontaneous Combustion. Dating Against Type. And then right in the center we have Michael Jackson's Dangerous. And then as we move towards Uncool, that Nashville sound. Microwave Food. Stonewashed Jeans. Absenteeism. John Hughes movies, Uncool. The Recession. Belly Button Lint. Who doesn't like John Hughes movies? What are you talking about?
Sucker. You got played. Time's up.
Ha! Time goes, you say. No. I'm already gone.
Ugh.
Oh, right on your wound. But that's smart, eh? So he's just gonna fight the purple man, right? This is terrible. I'm flying away. Crackoom.
Once there was a man who did not exist, alienated from everyone and everything he once held dear. He drowned in his own isolation, desperate for a hand to a drowning man.
Yeah, hardcore. Some people never learn.
Tuesday evening, outside of Chicago. The wound's only superficial. The jacket deflected most of the impact. If you'd been wearing a shirt, those could have gone deeper.
Without my dense skin, they would have gone through me.
And without your dense head, most of this could have been avoided.
Huh? You know, lady, I'm getting pretty tired of people.
You got lucky this time, Cage. The cops were more interested in Angel's connection to hardcore than yours to our paper. Easy, Anna. He done good, and you know it. Now we got a deal to make. Cage, whatever your front, I know you're a good man with the power to help a lot of people we want to help. We want to get you up with advertising in the Chicago Spectator, nationwide, via Hero for Hire gig. We'll even cover your expenses. In exchange, we get exclusives with pictures of the cases you handle, first person. You're the only one who can do this, Cage, and we're the best way to do it. It's a chance for you, man, if you want to take it.
All right, Mickey. For now. Now about those expenses. He's all business. Wednesday, St. Croix, Virgin Islands.
We look poorly on failure. My father taught the value of rewarding success and punishing failure. You were to convince Angel to agree to fake his death for us and transfer his last accounts to us, then eliminate him permanently.
I haven't failed, boss.
My boy here disagrees. He says you failed miserably.
Hardcore! Clunk!
Angel's survival is a loose end I'll tie later. Meanwhile, Cage believes I am dead. And the Cage objective. Cage was not to be our objective for some time. That plan requires Cage be humbled, broken to our purpose. This exercise has given him a handhold at rebuilding his life. He may even rise to threaten my larger plans, which must not happen, and will not. Plans intersected, forcing greater strategy, but no harm's been done. Giving him time to establish new bonds will work for us, for to crush the man finally. Oh, boss, we need only to cut the bonds. And when that happens, I promise you, he will never get up again. Chok! Next, creative hate. But that is not going to be next on Crypto Comics because that Dream Team. Sorry. Because I thought this comic book sucked a fat one. And I'm really disappointed. I kind of like Cage. He's all right, but this villain, hardcore, oh my goodness. What a weak way to start a debut issue of a new series of any character, let alone one of your B-team flagship characters, you know? Cage isn't a bestseller, but he's reliable, or should be reliable. And while Cage was written well, and that's kind of good, it was very wordy, but the villain was just, what? This is beautiful. Really, really great work there, Dwayne Turner. I just don't know how this is a bad guy. I mean, this is, yes, he is definitely a lackey for the man with the mustache, the Golden Man. I like to call him the Golden Man. I have no idea who he is. I don't even care because this was trash. And I'm really glad I didn't get this as a kid. I would have been so disappointed. I gave up Shadowhawk. But it is interesting to me because at the same time, Image Comics is like breaking ground with black characters like Spawn, Shadowhawk, Chapel, and Die Hard. And Marvel is going off half-cocked with the return of Luke Cage in Cage #1 from April of 1992. And I was disappointed. But guess what? Next week, when we cover another amazing black character from Marvel Comics, I don't think I'm going to be disappointed at all. Because coming up next time on Crypto Comics, it is Night Thrasher in his own limited series at last. So, that'll be next week here on Crypto Comics. But for now, whether you loved it or hated it, I know you loved your boy Crypto. So hit that thumbs up. If you're new, subscribe and hit that ding dong. And one of you will be randomly selected to receive a free month of investigative services from Heroes for Hire. And while you're waiting for Luke Cage to unravel your case, remember that you can tune in here at Crypto Comics for another totally awesome comic book review coming up soon. I'll see each and every one of you, beautiful people, then.